Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for the latest episode of Supernatural, Stuck in the Middle with You. And this was an amazing episode. I really enjoyed what they were doing here, because at first you kind of think it's filler in how it's being done, because it's not done in the vein of like a regular Supernatural episode. It's kind of done more in the vein of like a Quentin Tarantino movie with kind of like different kind of time jumps and whatnot. And it really kind of reminded me of when they did the episode from the Impala's point of view, and they just really knocked it out of the park with this one. Because we've got what we're trying to do in the episode, the main through line, but it also then, of course, brings back more ties to the kind of elements that we've been seeing dealt with this season. So, we kind of start off, and we're figuring out what's going on and where it's kind of going. It starts off in this diner, and we get this great interaction of Sam and Dean, this other hunter, and Mary and Cass. And it was just really kind of cool seeing them kind of act as like a hunter family unit. Because Dean's ordering his food, trying to hit on the waitress. Sam's doing his stuff with like the research, like the Wi-Fi sucks in here. The other hunter's like, hey, I'll have this burger as well. And Mary gives her order, and like the waitress is really kind of interested in Cass. It's like, okay. And he's like, no, this is a teachable moment. We got to help him with this. And Mary's like, no, we got to focus. Demon, this is what we're here for. Because the other hunter saw the signs and everything, called on board. And that's, of course, what the story's done with to begin with. So they figure out that he goes fishing and everything, and they just figure out when he's going to be out and when they can make a trap with like a devil's trap bullets, use the demon knife, kind of bang this out quick, because the other hunter hadn't hunted demons before. And this is all told in kind of like time jumps, and we get a little bit each time, but it's really kind of cool in how it's done and how the character interactions go through it. And we learn little by little from each kind of character's point of view. So while they're setting up, we see that Mary comes out of this basement, and she, of course, tells Cass that she was nervous and had used the restroom, and Cass responds in his usual fashion. So later on, we learned that Mary was down there and actually looking for something. And we see that she uses this kind of interesting safe cracking item to open it up and get something out of this box. And of course, that kind of links it to, this is probably a Men of Letters thing from the British Men of Letters. So they attempt to go through with taking out this demon that they think is just a regular demon. The devil's trap bullets don't work. The knife doesn't work. And we get to a point where he pretty much slams Sam and Dean into one room, and he's with Cass and Mary in another room, and he flashes his eyes at Mary, and they're yellow, and it's like, oh crap. Yellow Eyes Demon, Azazel and all that. What's going on here? He's not being affected by any of these things. So he continues doing his fighting and all that, throws Cass out of a window. Mary kind of like bolts out, and then he gets Cass outside, and from his back pulls what we think is this kind of spear thing and stabs Cass with it, and it really severely wounds him. And of course, Mary comes back and runs his ass over with a car and is able to get Cass out of there. While this is going on, we have Sam and the other hunter are contending with two other demons, because he come up and they're like, listen, we got more demons here. Unfortunately, the other hunter gets killed, but Sam and Dean are able to take out the other two demons. And then we start figuring out stuff with Cass, because they look at the wound and it's not doing what a wound usually does. Cass can't heal it. It's got these black lines that are kind of like emanating from him. And it's like, this is kind of weird. They're going to help Cass out somehow. What's going on? While this is going on, Mary, of course, is texting what the person called Hobbits, telling that, listen, what the hell's going on here? This isn't a regular demon. It's like, sorry, bad intel. Get out of there while you can. And then, of course, they're like, what do we do? And then Crowley shows up and says, idiots. And we get to see the cool kind of introduction of Crowley to Mary Winchester. And I was like, Mother Winchester is like, don't touch me. But it was cool to see them meet for the first time. And then we get back to kind of Crowley's point of view. And we figure out that this yellow-eyed demon is Ramia. a prince of hell. And these are the oldest of the old demons. They were the first demons that Lucifer created to be generals of hell. The other one being Azazel, and other ones like Asmodeus and Dagon. And it's really kind of interesting digging into these kind of lores because we see him in the past. He's like, I've got some gifts for you. Here's the Lance of Michael, which can instantly like pop out a demon and kill a bad angel, but kill a good angel slowly. Then he offered him the Crown of Hell to be the King of Hell and reign there. He's like, I don't want it. Just leave me and my brethren alone. We don't give a crap anymore. Take it if you want. And then he was almost gonna offer it to the subordinate demon, and Crowley was like, no, I'll take it. And then gives him a third gift, which is the thing that Mary stole. So that's how we get all cut up there. And right as Ramael was getting ready to kind of like get to the bar, and Crowley's like, can we make another deal? And of course, Crowley tried to stop them with his other demons, but Crowley gets thrown through the barn and knocked out. And then they've got Ramael, and they kind of set up a trap with holy oil and all that, and it's like, okay, just leave us alone. Help Cass, or whatnot, and trying to like deal with him, but he's like, having none of it. You stole something from me, and that ain't cool. And then we get this cool kind of fight scene with the three Winchesters going at him, and it was pretty dodgy at first, but they were able to get the Lance of Michael and stab him with it, and then he puffed out just like Crowley said. And they're getting ready to pretty much say goodbye to Cass, because Cass had asked them to leave because he doesn't want his final moments to be seeing them die, and saying that he loved them and that they're his family. And that was really a big step for Cass. We had real growth and acknowledgement of like the bonds between the Winchesters and Castiel, because I've always thought of him as like the unofficial kind of third Winchester brother, and seeing him acknowledge it like this was really cool. And he's like, we don't leave family behind. So they're kind of getting ready to say goodbye to Cass because he's in really rough shape at this point, burping up like black goo and essentially rotting from the inside. And that's when Crowley's looking at the Lance of Michael, and of course Ramael had said that it's in the magic of this is in the rune work of the craftsmanship. So he snaps in half the Lance of Michael, which you would think would maybe take more power, but evidently not. And it's like, and then Cass gets back to normal and everything's okay. And then Crowley's like, you're welcome, and Batman's out of there. It's like, alright. And as they're leaving, Dean smartly picks up the Lance of Michael, and they kind of all go on their way. And it was just really cool setup-wise, because I know that Cass is usually more safe than other characters, but I was afraid here that he would be killed. And it was just like, holy crap, because they doing that a lot lately with like recurring characters and everything. I know Sam and Dean are safe, but this was a scare, and I was like, holy crap. And I was just glad that it was used to like move the relationships and the characters forward. And we see that Mary tells this whole story to Ketch and all that, and he's like, wow, okay. And Mary's pissed. She's like, listen, you ever pull that kind of shit on me again and put my boys in danger, I will burn you and your organization to the ground. He's like, that's a threat? No, that's a promise. And it's like, well, they say that there's only 5 things in creation this thing can't kill. And that brings back the cult, that they wanted the cult. So it's like, okay, they're probably thinking to try and replicate the stuff with the cult and probably create more demon-killing weapons, or try and like modify them or whatnot. It's like, what's their end game with this? How is this going to work for their plan to like make a monster-free world or whatnot? That's the cool kind of stuff and where that's going to be going. And then we get a really cool tidbit where we see Crowley talking with someone, and of course this person saying that he's a demon. The Winchesters don't trust him. They'll kill him eventually, and tells him to shut up, dog. And we see that it is Lucifer. Now, we only see that from his red glowing eyes. I don't know who's portraying him, but I have a good feeling that it's Mark Pellegrino. And I'm like, Yay! I have no problems with other kind of like meat suits he wears, but Mark Pellegrino does just such a great job of being Lucifer, and it's going to be interesting to see how Crowley was able to capture Lucifer once Sam had exorcised him from the president's body, and where that kind of stuff's going to be going. Is Lucifer concerned for his Nephilim offspring? Is Crowley searching for the Nephilim offspring as well? Who knows? That could have also played into Crowley's part of trying to help Cass out, since Cass has been searching for the Nephilim, and this would be another kind of big thing that they would have to watch out for, because this is another player in the game that has world earth-shattering power that could muck it up for everybody involved. So that's kind of the cool stuff that I'm hoping that gets explored as we're getting towards the kind of end of the season and see kind of where this goes. So those are my opinions on the episode. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.